Hello, Test of Courage tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Quest III with me, BlueAnkylo. Today we're gonna brave a challenge all by ourselves, and we're gonna give it our best shot. We haven't tried it yet, so I don't know how tough it is. I don't know what level we're at. We're at level 24, we're Valiant. That's the kind of hero we need. So, let's do ourselves another little dungeon here. Totally by accident. I don't even have access to any thieves to tell me if there's any treasure. But, hopefully we'll be fine. Executors are surprised. And they have been executed. So I think at the very least you should probably try to go to the Pachisi board 3 before you come to this solo dungeon. Now, if you had been playing the game solo up till now, because you don't need to make a party of 4 members, you could just have one character. You'll probably be a much higher level if you were a solo hero, and this would be a lot easier. So we've got ourselves some repeating maze puzzles, which is always everyone's favorite. The boomerang does certainly chop through these enemies pretty well, though, so I'm not feeling terribly stressed out yet. Oh, look, some treasure. 200 gold. Yeah, how much have I got? 34,000? Now, I think last episode, or a couple episodes ago, I was talking about, oh man, this game doesn't have any vaults like the Dragon Quest 1 and 2 remakes did. I actually think that's a lie. I have a feeling I saw one in Aliahan back at the tavern. This could be bad. It's not a canna box, it's a mimic. It might just one-shot whack me. It tried. Twice. It can only cast it once, so it's just got an instant death spell. And then it starts stealing your MP to cast it again. And we just miss. Well, it's tried to insta-kill us twice, and we have somehow survived. This is a pretty terrible fight, really. Just constantly draining our MP. Yeah, highly recommend having the Orochi sword before we come here. There are some pieces of equipment that lower the chance of death spells killing you instantly. I don't believe I have any of that equipment yet, though. I think the Demonites might be able to rob your magic as well. That's pretty rude for a solo dungeon challenge. A wisdom seed. I could use being wiser. I'm 1 point wiser. There we go. 1 point of wise is not very much. 2 MP. Alright, well these fights are pretty easy, so I'm going to start speeding this up just because there's not really any strategy to talk about. It's just hold attack to win. We did get a mini medal for our trouble at least. So, I don't know how long this trial is. I don't remember it being super long or anything. I really doubt we'll be able to kill a metal slime solo. Yeah, I mean, the fact that they're in here is kind of funny because we'd get like 4,000 experience if we did kill one. But we would need 3 or 4 hits before it ran away, which is just... the odds of it are pretty small. Now, if we had a cool Falcon Blade or something where we got 2 attacks per round, that is, that might be enough. Or something very critically, some weapon with high crit chance. Alright, a big empty room. Perfect. Let's start north, I guess. Well, there's a staircase. I'm not sure how much stuff is in this dungeon for us to really explore. I mean, that might be the way forward. There's a staircase down. That might be the way forward. Turn back! What does that mean? Sorry, Flameapedes. The Flamerang. Let's just not listen to the evil statues. You'd better turn back. Turn back. We're supposed to be heroic. We don't have time for... I wonder if the monsters get stronger every time you go past one of those heads. You'd better turn back. Okay, they're going to be saying the same thing. I guess I went the wrong way? This is the time-wasting trial? Is that what we're dealing with here? Wah, wah, wah. You have a strong will, but rashness alone doesn't define courage. You must be able to listen to others. Look, I did turn back once, and then I went the other way. I listened to somebody. We're just going to speed through this, because this is fairly monotonous in my eyes. Relatively easy fights with... You know, I could try the repel spell. Yeah, that might work. Maybe. I mean, these guys are not very strong anymore. I suppose, though, seeing as I'm solo, I should be a little bit better about staying healed up. Funny, you can't select yourself when you're solo, so you can't see your current HP at the healing screen. So, it's kind of annoying. Turn back, he says. So, I guess the lesson was you had a 50-50 chance of picking the right path. Seems like the heads didn't give you any kind of tips. They're just jerks. Bravo! You found a mini medal. And you found some more Flamopedes. And a blue orb. Well, that's good. We're up to 4 orbs, guys. And technically, we only need... Geez, we can only find 1 more orb, I think, before we have to go deal with Baramos. Because I'm pretty sure Baramos has the final orb. Spoiler alert, we're not going to be able to get flying Phoenix Dragon power for a while. So we've been very thorough about getting orbs, even without our Echoing Flute, which I did look up. I know where to go to get an Echoing Herb, or an Echoing Flute, if that's what you want. I'll probably get that after this dungeon, honestly. Is that all that's in here, though? It's hard to say if there's any other stairs that might take us somewhere interesting. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if all of the upstairs just take us to the same central area, but I don't know. Are we going to kill 1 metal slime? Nope. 1 more hit would have done it, I think. Just speed this up a little bit. I'm pretty sure all we had to do was get the blue orb, but... I feel like there might be a weapon in here somewhere. Or there should be. So I'm going to try to find a weapon. Or some cool armor. That'll do. That'll do. We got the Terra armor. Alright, we are in Gaia's navel, so that's fair. It's probably meant for me, so I'm just going to wear it. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. We still have a long way to get to Fella's defense thanks to his agility, but that helps. It probably has some sort of secondary effect. Protection from status or magic damage or something. I would kind of expect. MP plus 10. Ooh. Those wisdom seeds getting some work. Alright, so there was another staircase at the top that I'm definitely going to want to check. I don't really like rooms like this that are just really wide open, like there's no sort of markers to tell where you are. This is not like a great puzzle design in my book. Okay, this one sent us back to the beginning, basically. Whether or not that was the staircase we went down the first time or not, I don't know. Probably was. As long as I can see the shadow there, we should be fine. I'll try to map this floor out as best I can. I know there's at least 1 more up staircase that we didn't really explore. It was a dead end. That might be it then. But I'll get to the corners. Okay, that's got to be it. Okay. I feel like it's possible we've still missed some section of this area, but I think we got the blue orb, the best orb, and the Terra armor. That's probably all we needed to do. And we got to level up. That was sweet. Whew! So they said this at the end of last episode. Except this time I actually did the trial, so yeah, I did it. Ha! You sure are a tough one. What bravery! Well, be on your way, says the priest. Get out of here, kids. Alright. So just for interest's sake... Can anyone else even equip this? No. It's a special hero, probably heavy warrior as well. I bet you warriors can equip it. So I guess that means we can sell another set of magic armor when we... Might as well do that right now. Some value for our dungeon dive. Yeah, that was a pretty easy dungeon, honestly. Like, being solo's a little scary, and that one mimic was pretty tough, but you don't have to fight that mimic. You could just skip it. Like, once you know there's a mimic there, you could just not open it, because that doesn't really accomplish anything. So, anyway, that's done. So the other thing I thought I would start today's episode with is probably getting that Echo Herb. We do also have a lot of final doors to open now that we have our the final key to open up the jail doors. There might even be a jail door in Aliahan in the basement. We should check most of the big castles that have basements. And also, before we do that, I just want to see if I was right. This is the bank. Okay, so if I was ever worried about dying, I could store a bunch of money here. So, that's fine. I did forget about that. I think I was telling you guys, oh, there's no bank in this game. Well, there is, but it's definitely not as convenient as in the Dragon Quest 1 and 2 remakes, where there's a vault in most towns. And then you can just use them as you travel around. So, I'm just going to speed it up here, because we're kind of just doing some backtracking. I'm looking for jail cells that have some treasure in them. Like that. You're setting me free! Thank you! Then I'll give you a tip. Apparently there's a castle somewhere where the Dragon Queen lives. That's a good tip! Dragon Queen sounds pretty important. Shoot! I, Bakota, will not die here! But I don't need your help. Get out of here. 500 gold. Alright, and then this just took us to that little tower to the west, which we don't really care about. That was the Thief Key Tower. Pretty sure there was no final doors there. So I have a feeling that's all... That's probably all the big doors for this castle. Almost 100% sure. Just gonna skim around and just check all the corners pretty quick. Also, I'm supposed to be like thief nosing it a bit more often. I would like to get that ninja suit for Fella. Okay, so Aliahan's covered. I do want to go check out... There's lots of things I want to do right now. Let's go to Romali, because they had a castle. This is like castle number 2. Also, let's just thieves nose it while we're here. One chest still here. So that's going to be... I think the last time I was in Romali, I could thief nose, but I couldn't seek. So I don't think I've had a chance to check all the bushes. Probably one around this well, right? Or this pond. No? Now, we have had a situation where I feel like I seeked out every spot and still was not able to actually find the treasure. I wonder if there's any in the monster arena? Just forgive me as I super speed through a lot of this just to save a little bit of time. I say that all the time, but you know me. I guess I should check these bushes. Huh. I mean, I searched the one behind the dog, didn't I? Weird. I wonder if there's just... I wonder if it's just like a translation bug or a glitch or something. This is the second town where it said there was a treasure, and then it feels like I seek out every possible square or every possible... Oh, it's right there. Just the last place I checked. That's fine. That's fine. So it's not bugged. I'm just not thorough enough, clearly. Alright. Castle. That's the wrong one. One chest. I think I told you that it was probably in one of these inner courtyards. And it was. I probably searched very close to that tile. But like I said, it's really hard to find those without seek outs, so hopefully you understand. It's much easier to come back. So there is one. I came in here. We got a mini medal or something out of that room, but there's one jail cell up this tower. There we go. You're free. Kandar is a real nuisance. I'm just waiting because I know he's bound to be up to something. Look, we tried to save you, buddy. But I will take your mini medal. Alright, congratulations everyone, we got another mini medal. That's like the real use of the jail keys. You can actually just get all the mini medals in the game. Alright, I think that's it for this castle. Yeah, that's probably everything. So let's get out of Romali and let's figure out where we're going next. What do you think? Kazav probably doesn't have anything. It's just a little town. Noanyls doesn't have anything. Actually, Noanyls is the town that does have something that I couldn't find, to be honest. Actually, I have to go in the town. So where could I have possibly missed in here for Seek Out? There's no treasure there. I don't know what I'm talking about. I must have found it, or gone crazy. Seeing as we're being thorough, let's head to Kazav and Thieves Knows It as well. Oh, actually, there's the first Pachisi board where there's probably a mini medal or a Pachisi ticket as well. No chest here. Let's stop at the inn. I'm using so many return spells, I'm burning through my MP real quick. Alright, that's fine. Let's go to Ashalam? Sure. I feel like we might as well just get these out of the way while I'm thinking about it. No chests. Probably no jail doors here. I'm just trying to remember. We were supposed to... Well, it probably doesn't really matter. The dancing troop leader wanted to travel through the mountains to the east, but... the dwarf is not going to let them, so it doesn't really matter. I wouldn't be surprised if we've cleared out Isis as well, because we'd get a lot of treasure from here. This is where we found the, this is where we got the magic key, essentially. So the magic key unlocked a few things in this dungeon, in this castle, but I don't remember seeing any jail doors, to be honest. So yeah, I think, honestly, there's not going to be as much backtracking as I thought. I'm mostly just checking for random mini medals on the ground that I missed, to be honest. One chest here. Okay, that's good. So we got another mini medal or something. Could be probably by the well. Yep. When all else fails, check the well. Was there anything in the well? There was girls bathing. Maybe not this time. Alright. Well, we got one more seed, not a mini medal this time. Any doors here? This feels like not a very secure town, so let's just move on. Alright, so that's everything up to Isis. Portoga is a very small town. I mean, it is a castle at least, but I bet you there's not much here either. Nope. Yeah, there's really like, this is just a tiny, tiny little castle. We did get the treasure in here already. And there's nothing left. And yeah, okay, this is just a tiny, tiny castle. Next! We're going through this pretty quick, I feel like. This is worthy. Portoga Baharata. There's probably no locked doors here. A lot of the places with locked doors are going to be those little traveler inns, and we will get there soon, don't worry. But, It feels like there's probably not nearly as many towns in this game with jail doors like there is in most Dragon Quest games. Like, I feel like there's less... Have I gone back to Lancel yet? Lancel's this one. Yeah, we were just here. This is how I got here. I'm like, oh, I don't remember that town. We did Zepangu, we did Edinburgh. We're probably, like, done, honestly. That's probably all the backtracking we need to do. That's crazy. There's a couple towns that we can't return to, so we might want to go back to them manually at some point. But what we're going to do is we're going to head to pick up our Echoing Flute, because I kind of forgot. And I kind of have a feeling that what happened realistically was the tip that tells you about the Echoing Flute doesn't really tell you where to go, and it might be like a translation error or something. What I was reading is it's supposed to say, like, there's one person that tells you about the Echoing Flute, and we did find that person. They're supposed to mention it was in some sort of tower somewhere, but I don't know if they actually told us that information. They may have just said, oh, you should get this Echoing Flute, it's pretty cool, it finds orbs. But the key piece of information is, on the continent up here with Sue, there's a tower, and you should check that tower out. And I did find this tower, but I didn't have a reason to explore it. And they never really gave me a reason to explore it. But, and I think that was, either I just missed it and I wasn't reading very well, or it's certainly possible it was a mistranslation where in the NES Dragon Warrior, someone would have said, actually, this you should go to this tower to find treasure, especially flute treasure. So where are we? It's the Arb Tower. Now, if we had come here earlier, done the location, and it had called it like Echoing Tower, I might have picked up the hint a bit quicker. Arb doesn't say much. Was there any treasure? Probably no. No chests. Okay. So yeah, I did have a quick look at this tower once, but obviously I didn't really explore it, so... You need at least to get... I think you need at least the magic key. And to be honest, the monsters in here might be pretty weak by now. I think you're supposed to do this dungeon after Zepangu, approximately. So you're supposed to get the boat, work your way to Zepangu, kill the Orochi, and then you're probably supposed to come here. Maybe even before you head to Edinburgh and get the pitcher and the final key. But we'll see. If there is a locked final door, then you knew you were supposed to do that first. And in which case, we're kind of on track. But I bet you're allowed to come here a bit earlier. Now, I don't really remember if this is a very complicated dungeon. I'm hoping we can just zip through it in the rest of our episode. So we got a bit of a staircase maze of some sort here. And that might be the treasure right there. 4 chests, but... unless you can walk on air. No staircases. Kind of annoying, you have to go down the staircases every time you want to go to the other side of the other section of this floor. Okay, so maybe there's a teleportal on the first floor somewhere. Oh man, I just want to check one more time up this way. Oh, there's a staircase up. Duh. Blue, you're so smart. Just gonna check these corners, basically. Because this is the kind of place they would sneak some treasure, I think. But not today. Okay, so I have a feeling the goal is to get this to the middle of this tower and fall down, if I remember correctly. Oh, good. Yep, that's it, exactly. But first, we'll get some treasure. Prepare for death. Oh, I hate these things so much. Maybe we could get a critical insta-kill or something on it. I don't know. I don't think there's any spells that are gonna affect it, but we can try sap. I'll try to get my people to go quicker. Oh. Oh, it was a canna box, not a mimic. Never mind, that was easy then. I was thinking it was the upgraded version. That's fine. So then, I guess it's fairly obvious that this dungeon should be done before Gaia's Navel's challenge for the blue orb. Well, yeah, you're supposed to get... I'm sure you're supposed to get the echoing flute before you focus on getting all the orbs. Oops. Mistake. So yeah, we want to get to the center of this floor. Which will require some... Probably like right here. That looks good. That's the Echo Flute. Hooray! Now that we've already got most of the orbs. To be fair, it's kind of my policy of not using the Echo Flute. I didn't use it in Dragon Quest too much. Alright, let's use it. So I believe it would make extra noises or something if there was an orb. Alright, let's get some life. Blue needs more than 3 HP. 5 will do. Let's store our medals. I believe at this point in the game we can get to around 50 mini medals if we get them all. I'm sure the Benevolent Ring is mildly useful. I'm not going to bother. I am going to upgrade my speed, because I seem to be fairly slow agility-wise. Like, I don't go very quickly in battle, so I'm going to try to up... I feel like, honestly, Blue Heroes has had, like, the worst stat gains of all the party members. Sages get great growth. The Thief has had amazing stats, honestly. And the only reason my stats aren't way worse is I've been feeding myself all the seeds. Although I have been giving Fella some speed, or some strength seeds, that is to say. Just to help him do boomerang damage. So if we're up to 15 mini medals in the bag, or at least nearly that, then we will be able to get a new item. What are we at? Or small medals, I know. We do! We definitely have... that should be more than enough, so let's go do that. We're getting fairly close to the end of the episode, but that was a really quick... We should have done this tower way earlier. That was actually much shorter than I expected, so... That was a very, very easy tower. We could have done... As soon as we found it, we could have cleared that out without any trouble at all. So, no excuse to not pick up the Echo Flute. Don't be lazy. When you find the Arb Tower, just go there. But, to be fair, someone should probably tell you that, hey, the Arb Tower, it has a... It has an echoing flute in it. It's good to see you again. Here, give me your medals. You've got over 50 medals. Have a ninja suit. Sweet. When you get 60, I'll give you a Justice Abacus, which sadly we can't use. But the ninja suit, maybe the thief can use. Look at that. Fella's defense is friggin' ridiculous. It's so high. The ninja suit, we're definitely getting into pretty good armor at that point. I don't know. I would expect there's going to be better armor for the thief eventually. But I would be willing to bet that the ninja armor, the ninja suit is probably in the range of his top 5 or top 3 armor. So we're probably getting pretty good, pretty far up there in the gear for Fella. Which is funny because he needs the defense the least of anyone. He's got like double our defense, which is kind of crazy. But it's a good pickup. It definitely shows me that I haven't missed very many mini medals. Might as well get that money. Why would we care? The slick suit's not as good as the ninja suit. We'll hold on to the assassin dagger for now, I guess. Okay, with that done, what's the next target for us? So, this final key stuff for the most part. That's really the only, like, progression item we have is the final key. So you have to think of places we've been that had locked jail cell type doors. South America, the center of South America has not been explored. There's an island, there's a castle in sort of Russia area, which we haven't explored because we can't get over the mountains. And those are the only, and also the Necrogon Mountains in Southeast Africa. So those are kind of like 3 areas we haven't been able to get to, but we've been able to get pretty much everywhere else. So I'm thinking maybe the speediest way to get access to the teleportals will be to go north of Dharma, but we can't return to Dharma, can we? Yes, we can. Okay, this will be pretty quick. So there should be... Oh, it's actually not north of Dharma. Oops. Okay, new plan. Let's go to Baharata. Hop through this cave real... Let's go to Ashalam. 3rd time's a charm. And we're going to speed through this cave and head to the north. And hopefully the dwarf doesn't have to, like, lead us through. Good. Now, this is only time efficient because of frame skip. If you had to do this all every time, that'd be a pretty bad route. Let's try to keep the monsters away as I speed up here. I said try. I'm also out of MP on blue, by the way. Good thing I'm heading to the inn. But yeah, I'm thinking this might be a good hub for exploring some teleporting. We did find our way to a teleporting place before once, but I kind of forgot. How I got there. I don't even remember where the temple shrine that got us into the teleporting maze was. It's probably on one of those small islands, honestly. But we do have the key, and I did say remember to come back here later, so... Welcome! This is Olivia's promontory. Out of despair, Olivia threw herself off a cliff after losing her beloved in a storm at sea. They say that sometimes her voice can still be heard in the wind, calling out to her beloved. If only someone would offer her a memento of her beloved Eric. Surely Olivia's spirit would finally be able to rest in peace. Supposedly, Eric's soul is stuck on board a ghost ship lost at sea. So this really ties some things in. Look at where we are. Remember trying to get to that inner sea there to the west of the arrow, or the feather? We got pushed back by some song, which is almost certainly Olivia. And that ties in why we want to find the Phantom Ship. To get to the Phantom Ship, we need the Sailor's Bone, which the pirates told us about in South America, which they gave to the crazy dude on Green Lad Island, sorry. He mentioned, this is a lot of MacGuffin for MacGuffin for MacGuffin, but the Green Lad Island guy, he did mention the Staff of Change, although he did say he wanted it. But I remember enough that that's what he needs, and then he will give us the Sailor's Bone. We can get the Phantom Ship. We can get something from Eric. We can get to the center of this sea. Cool. That's another quest, so that's good. It takes a while to, like... It takes longer than I'd like to suss out why we're doing things. I don't know whether to blame the translation or just... This was what games were like from this era. But, yeah, this is what things were like in this era. So let's see what our options are from some of these teleportings. So this was where... Let me just see where I am, actually, because this is what I was looking for. So the starting point for most of the teleporters are on this island right here. North of Sioux. To be honest, we probably could go back to our new-founded town and probably see some progress there. Maybe I'll fit that in at the very end of this episode, but I want to see where some of these teleportings lead us. So we've got 3 possible destinations right now. This one just takes us to the bridge to Portoga, or the tunnel to Portoga. Sorry. So there's another way to start your teleporting adventure. You could probably return to Portoga and get here pretty easily. I just sort of forgot where these were, to be honest. This side takes us to a fancy church. This is our progress. So this is how you get into the center South America area. This is where we're going to go next episode. I just want to make sure I know how to get here. I'll probably start at this church next episode, to be honest. And that might be the only really new area the teleportings take us, because this just brings us back here. And that's the full loop, basically. So, yeah, it's a handy little teleporting thing, but they really only take us from a few entry points to one exit point. So before we end, let's head up to our new town one more time. It's kind of neat. You can stop by 3 or 4 or maybe even 5 times during the course of the game to see the town grow. And I think we're at phase 1 right now, seeing as we dropped off the dealer. So we should see what happens when we come back. Now they've had a little bit of time to build up. I'm on the wrong coast. Right. Sorry, I forgot which ocean I was on. The easier way to get there is from Portoga. You'd think I'd remember how I got Pixel to his new home. Okay, so I think we've pretty well, like, I think I was just going through my head all the places we could be. I think we've pretty thoroughly explored the world at this point. We're blocked off from a couple areas until the future, but I'm pretty sure South America is the next main place. I went way too far south. I'm pretty sure South America will be the next, like, plot progression where I'm assuming we'll find the Staff of Change, which will lead us to the Ghost Ship and the Cape of Olivia, or whatever it's called, and hopefully eventually Gaia's Sword, so we can get into the Necrogon Mountains and get our final orb, which I believe is there. We're missing 2 orbs, so we just gotta find the last 2. And that's pretty much it for the world, so maybe we're almost done. We'll be finding our dad soon. Hey there, Blue, it's me, Pixel. I've changed, huh? I'm building a shop here. Alright. No chests. Now, I kind of remember these growths being tied to, I feel like the growing of this town was tied to how many orbs you had. Yeah, there we go. So now we got a shop. We actually should be able to buy things at this shop. Damn monsters! So if this doesn't grow immediately, we'll try to come back during the daytime. Yeah, it grew immediately. So, yeah. The town, I mean, I don't know. I have a feeling if you set this town up with 0 orbs, it probably doesn't grow. I have a feeling this phase is like you've collected 2 or 3 orbs, and then suddenly you're at an advanced state. My new goal in life is to be the best make this the best town in the world. And it seems like we first met so long ago. Is there any treasure? Somebody gave us some treasure. Pixel's the best partner I ever had. He built this town overnight in seconds. I mean, you're supposed to, like, come back and forth a couple times, clearly. There's gonna be treasure here somewhere. Bella's gonna find it. Aha! We got a Pachisi ticket! Not the best. Where's that darn Gaia sword? Yeah, that's what we need to know too, honestly. That's still the main thing we're missing. Couple orbs and a Gaia sword. All this messing around with ghosts and all this other stuff. We just want to find Ortega. Who cares about all these random side quests? Gaia sword, a blade capable of destroying an entire mountain. Sorry, man, it's for the hero. Hero's gonna use that. I can't believe there's a town here now. Business is booming. Hey, Blue, it's me, Pixel. I'm thinking about building a theater next. This town just keeps growing and growing. We're gonna have a bright future, and it's all thanks to you. That's right, you remember. I have no doubt this town will be a huge success. I've never felt more certain about anything in my life. Our first shop! I think we actually skipped to Phase 2 Shock, to be honest, but it's still early enough that nothing's very good. To be honest, this town will have some of the best equipment in the game eventually. Or some of the best purchasable equipment, I suppose. Let's just leave it one more time and see if anything happens. Nope, nothing yet. So, I would suspect that maybe once we get another orb, we should come back. We are at, if we look for them in here. Can I organize the bag somewhere? Sort bag by type. Alright, this should be much easier. Herbs and healing items. Very good. So we got a red orb, a purple orb, a blue orb, and a green orb. So we're missing yellow and orange, I think. We got all our keys. Yeah, this is much better. Look at how much more organized this is. Much, much better. You know what? Clothes. We're on the ground. Party dresses are with lots of money. We got some rings. Jewelry. I like it. Alright, I guess that's the timed episode. This is the time to end the episode. We're already 40 minutes, so we went a little bit long. But next episode, we will be able to go to a new area. We will go to whatever they call the lands around South America. And I'm sure we'll find some progression there. Pretty happy. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed. I'm having fun. And just hang on. We're getting pretty close to the wild ride of Dragon Quest III. I won't spoil anything, but there's some pretty fun twists coming up, not too far out. And we've been kind of just going through the generic, normal Dragon Quest stuff. But the stuff that makes Dragon Quest III unique is coming up pretty soon. So just hang in there for a few more episodes. And I'll see you there. Have a great day.